Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about what happens after you walk away. So this is another no contact rule video. So this is a tiny bit of a continuation from yesterday's video, which was called what your ex wants for them to come back. So this is a continuation from that basically. So if you haven't already, then please go and watch that video as well, especially if you are really trying or hoping to get your ex back and you're serious about trying to get your ex back, okay? If you're not and you're over it and you're trying to heal from it, then this video may not be for you, although maybe the later section will be, because I'll be going on into how to heal, how to get better, how to move on, okay? So what happens after you walk away? So if your ex, if they still care, will become fearful of losing you and so will reach out. So if your ex still loves you and they still care about you and they still love you in that romantic way, when you walk away from them, when you go into no contact, and it's been a while and they haven't heard from you, if they love you and care about you, they will do something. They will try and close that gap, basically. They will try and reach out to you, okay? So that's what will happen to your ex if they still care about you. If your ex doesn't care about you, they will be relieved that you're no longer speaking and you'll never hear from them again. Okay, now obviously it might be a little bit different for some people, like some people who may have to be around their ex for some reason, like they work with their ex or they have kids with their ex. So I'll just quickly go into that a little bit. So if you still have to see your ex on a regular basis, then the way that you speak to your ex during no contact, while you're doing no contact with them, is more like purely business-like how you talk to someone who you're having a negotiation with. So you want to, or you want to treat them like everyone else. So for example, if you're in a work situation or you go to school with them, you want to treat them like an acquaintance, like you treat everyone else who you sort of hang out with at school. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of the most neutral person that you work with or you go to school with. That person who's not your friend, but you're kind of friendly to them. You don't really care about them too much, but you can say hello to them. Think of that person. And then that's how you want to treat your ex. You want to treat them like that person. If you still have to talk to your ex quite a lot, and let's say you've got kids together or something like that, then when you talk to your ex, you're purely talking about the kids. You're not inquiring about, hey, how are you? How have you been? What have you been up to? Are you dating anyone? You don't want to be asking basically any intimate or personal questions. You want to be solely talking about the kids, and that's it, okay? And you don't make any other kind of idle chit-chat with them, okay? So, for example, as well, because you might be thinking, well, what if I'm on the doorstep, we're handing over the kids to each other, I've got to wait for the kid to calm down with their stuff before they get in my car or something like that. And I'm just standing in the door of my ex, so what, do I not just speak to them? Do I just be stone cold silent? No, just talk about the kids. Be like, oh, has so-and-so done their homework? Or what did they eat today? Things like that, or how much have they eaten? Do I need to feed them? Things like that. Ask them questions about the kids. Don't ask about them. Okay? So that should help with that if you're doing no contact with an ex you talk to on a regular basis or have kids with. So, like going back to my previous point, if your ex doesn't care, they will be relieved that you're no longer speaking and you'll never hear from them. So if this is someone that you don't, if this is an ex that you don't have to speak to, like let's say they live somewhere else, or you don't have any mutual friends, or you don't go to work with them, you don't go to school with them, you don't have kids with them, then you'll just never hear from your ex again if they no longer care about you, okay? So what does this give you? So one of the amazing things that walking away can do and going to no contact can do is it gives you a lot of time and space away from your ex to heal and to get over it. And it will give you infinite time from your ex if your ex no longer loves you or cares about you. So you've got all this new time to just heal and get over it. So one of the things that I think is really important when it comes to healing and getting over a certain situation is writing it down, okay? So it's good to write down, especially those things, those memories that you're reliving a lot. So you might be looking back on things that you regret that you did, or you might be looking back on things that they said that made you feel really hurt. And you're just ruminating a lot about certain different memories. And you might have a bunch of these memories that perhaps keep you awake at night, or you think about a lot before you go to bed. those are the memories that you've got to write down, right? And write them down accurately and what actually happened. Because a lot of people, when they start writing things about their life, they write it like a novel or something like that, as if like one day it's going to be published and loads of people are going to read it, or one day magically their ex is going to come across it or someone else. Don't write it like that. Write it purely for you and what actually happened. Be concise and truthful about it. Don't write it like a story. Don't add any fabrications. Write the truth, the cold, hard truth about those memories and certain things. Okay, especially those ones that are really bothering you. And then ask yourself questions like, okay, once you've written that down, underneath that ask, okay, what would I do if I was in the same position again, what would I do? Right? How would I change that? What will I do in the future if I ever find myself in that position again? Thinking about those kinds of things. What did I learn from this? That might be another one. And things like that. And what did this teach me about life, about people, about the world? Things like that. That can really help. Okay? So another thing that this gives you when you walk away, and perhaps you never hear from your ex again, is, time to get stronger physically and mentally. Okay, so this is going to really benefit you. If you start, working on your mental health, doing a little bit of self-care, and also getting stronger physically, going to the gym, exercising, perhaps you exercise at home, perhaps you go running, or perhaps you do yoga or something like that. Find out a good way to work out for you, and that will make you feel really good, because obviously, the exercise has the benefit of, looking better, getting slimmer, or getting, more muscly, depending on the kind of workout that you're doing. But it also releases those endorphins and that feel-good hormone. And I don't know about you, but whenever I have, I go through like a good exercise regime, and I've exercised, I feel really good afterwards, after the shower, and it's just amazing. I just feel really good after the exercise. Right? And it feels really nice. And it makes you feel more confident in yourself and believe in yourself more. And that's one of the other benefits. And if you've had a knock to your confidence, like you've been dumped, then you need exercise. Okay, now you don't have to do anything too strenuous. And of course, always talk to, your physician, or, make sure you talk to a personal trainer about what you need to do, because obviously I don't want you to hurt yourself. But, find an exercise routine that is healthy, that is good for you. And you don't have to, take it to the max, but it's definitely going to be beneficial to you if you have some sort of exercise regime. And obviously, it's also great to work on your mental health. Take up some, listen to some mindful meditations. Start journaling and writing down your feelings about certain things. Write a list of goals. That can also help. So another thing that will really help as well, and what walking away will give you, is time to fill in your knowledge gaps. Okay, so if you've struggled with the opposite sex, and you don't understand them, and you feel like, oh my god, I just don't understand what went through my ex's head, I don't understand why this happened, I don't understand them in general, I don't understand why women behave the way they do, I don't understand why men behave the way they do, then I recommend that you look at the books that I recommend in the description of this video. You'll be able to find it on like an Amazon shop page. And those are the 10 books that I feel like if I could download them into the brains of all the viewers that come across my channel, or the clients that I get, it would solve like 95% of their romantic problems and the problems that they're having with their personal success. So 5 of those books are in regards to dating, relationships, that sort of like psychology side, and the other 5 are down to personal success and things like that. So if you just want to learn about romantic relationships and get better at navigating those, then get the 5 books that I recommend on romantic relationships and dating, because that will really help you. You don't have to purchase anything through that link. You could just literally go there, write down the names of the books, get them at your local library, or find cheap copies of them on eBay. But if you do want to help out my channel, then it really would be beneficial for me and for my company if you could actually purchase through that link. But of course, you don't have to, okay? It's just an option. So the truth of the matter is then, what happens after you walk away can sometimes be left up in the air, right? Because you don't really know for sure what could happen. especially when it comes to your ex's decision whether to come back or to leave, and to never come, and to leave for good, basically, and never hear from them again. We don't really know what's going to happen in that circumstance. I've given you a few different scenarios of what could happen, but ultimately we don't know. But what I do know is this, okay? You're either going to get your ex back, or you're going to find someone better. That's the reality, okay? And make sure you do upgrade. If you're going to find someone better than your ex, make sure it is an upgrade. Make sure you're not downgrading. Always make sure that you upgrade when it comes to those kinds of things. Now, I'm not saying in the looks department, although that can actually be a good upgrade as well, obviously. But, you know, you don't have to find an ex better looking. You don't have to find someone new who's better looking than your ex. But you should definitely be searching for someone who is good for you, who has the same kind of values, wants the same things, who you understand better, who basically loves you and wouldn't dump you, basically. Okay, and obviously it's really a good added bonus if they do happen to be better looking than your ex. And I believe that if you're on the search for someone who is right for you and is better looking than your ex, then you will find them, okay? So you're either going to get the ex back, or you'll find someone better. And I hope and pray that hopefully you'll find someone better. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. And if there's anything you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave it down in the comments. Goodbye.